I am spending the next 24 hours living like a nomad in the mountains of remote Kyrgyzstan, one of the most beautiful and hard to reach places of this planet, staying in a yurt camp to immerse myself in one of the most unknown cultures in the world. But there will be some challenges to face along the way. But I am really, really nervous for today. I'm challenging myself to complete the most physical task I've undertaken since breaking my back just 5 years ago, and I'm doing it alone, adjusting to a type of solo travel for the first time, and I'm not sure how it will go. When I first arrived, I met my guide Max, and we headed out of the capital of Bishkek to explore the wide open lands of Kyrgyzstan. At this time, I was pretty unsure what I got myself into. This was my first trip without Michael in 2 years. We're driving past through all these villages, and every single village that we've driven through has a mosque. And also in between the villages, there's just all these animals. A lot of the people here are farmers or do agriculture, and so there's just like cows on the road and like sheep on the road and like big horses off in the fields. So we're seeing a lot of the countryside so far and all these little towns and villages along the way. Kyrgyzstan is a remarkably unknown country to most of the world. There seems to be such little interest brought to this unique part of Asia. With each corner we round and each mountain we traverse, I can't help but wonder, what are we missing about this beautiful and isolated country? And why is it so overlooked? I'm glad I'm here to find out. Alright, we are here at the first sort of stop of the day, and we've been going for a long time. It feels like there is just village after village and road after road. It's really cool. So we're gonna have a look at this over here, and maybe Max can tell me a little bit more about it. Here lies the medieval city of Balagosun. It sat on a caravan road that connected East and Central Asia, the Middle East and Europe, making it an important commercial and cultural center of Central Asia 1,000 years ago.
Took place from 10th to 12th century actually.
Wow.
And after it was destroyed.
Do you know what's this?
What?
Fridge.
Oh, fridge. I didn't know that. Does balbal mean anything in Russian?
Gravestone.
Gravestone,
Yeah,
okay.
gravestone for the person.
So this isn't exactly a graveyard. This is basically an open air museum. But these are, oh wait, what's the name? What are they called?
Balbal.
Balbal, that's right. And they were collected from all over the region, but then just kind of collected here in this one spot so you can see what they're kind of like. I really like them. They look cool. This is the Barana Tower, the earliest architectural wonder of Central Asia, or what remains of it, as the top half was destroyed by an earthquake. It would have been really tall.
No.
Come back.
Come back.
Is basically pitch black in there. You can't see a thing, and it's so kind of narrow that you have to wait for others to come down. Hello, before you go up. Oh my goodness, this is very thin. I don't know if my knees will do this. Go.
Oh, done.
Climbing this tower really had me worried for what's to come, as the hike tomorrow will be the biggest physical challenge since I broke my back. It is very narrow in here. No light. It's crazy. Saying that this took me by surprise would be an understatement. Hold on. I gotta get my breath. For some reason, that climb just took it out of me. I climbed a few videos ago, Politsa Palace in Tibet, and I was fine. And that was at 4,000 meters of altitude. And I climbed up 3 stairs going up this tower and I'm wrecked. You can see literally
The whole valley.
the whole valley.
Actually going down also challenge.
Yeah, that's gonna be worse. I'm just gonna, on my butt, slide the whole way. Well, it's time to head to the mountains, but first we stopped for some local goodies. All right, we just went to the shop and we got a couple of things. You said you like this for taste, not really for caffeine, right?
Yeah.
It's like local energy drink, right?
Yeah, it's locally produced.
Oh, that is so good.
Do you like it?
Yes. That tastes delicious. Yeah, this drink was seriously so good. That is so good. Normally I'll drink Monsters, but it doesn't taste very good. This tastes really good. I also got some snacks that I couldn't pronounce.
Kurut. Yeah. Kurut.
At this point, we're hours into our 6-hour trip into the remote mountains, and I'm starting to feel like I'm settling in. But my guide Max has made this uneasy solo traveler much, much more comfortable. I've never been alone in my travel, and today I'm a full solo alone in a yurt. I'm really excited to see what it's going to be like, especially all on my own. But I am looking forward to some food before we get there. So, all right, so we've arrived at the first lunch stop. Oh, that's the tea?
The tea, yeah.
So it's hot water? Ah, that's cool. So this boils it, does it?
Yes.
Like a kettle?
Yeah.
Wow. And they've got tea leaves down the bottom. Experiencing local cuisine has to be one of the best parts of international travel. But for some reason, what we were about to eat left me a bit surprised. Oh, it's just an egg.
It's just boiled eggs.
Just boiled?
Yeah, just boiled egg.
How
you
do
just clean it and eat it.
Just
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
What's this?
Sour cream
With the egg?
with bread.
Oh, the bread.
Yeah. We fry it, yeah.
Egg with cream, very different. What about the sugar?
Sugar, yeah.
With the bread or the egg?
With tea.
With tea. So we've got the bread and in the cream?
Yeah, in the cream.
Really? That is so good. It's kind of like unique to what I've ever tasted before. What's this called again?
Katama.
Katama.
Yes.
And why do you have it with cream?
People just like
it.
Yeah, it's natural cream.
Wow.
It's not like from the shop. It's really from the cow.
The ones we saw on the way?
Yeah.
Okay, that is really good tea. That is really good tea. That's almost like my mum's tea. Just a boiled egg.
Yeah. Everything's simple. And we use some salt as well.
Some salt on the egg?
Didn't try it?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
Oh, it's very salty. Why'd I do that? After an enjoyable meal with lots of laughs, we said our goodbyes.
Bye.
Bye, thank you. We had a quick wash and we're on the road again, headed towards the remote yurts in the mountains. And in this moment, I'm grateful to Phil, Nomad and Max for this opportunity to explore the nomadic history of Kyrgyzstan. And my excitement builds for what's to come. But our next stop explores a very important cultural tradition. So we're here in a local home, and I think we're here somewhere where they make felt, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna have a look at I think maybe how they make it. But this is a really, wow, this is like a yurt.
Sorry?
This is where I'm sleeping tonight?
Yeah,
pretty much
the same. Just with beds.
Wow, I'm so excited.
I mean, the cover, everything will be the same.
Yeah.
Our yurts are just protected from the rain.
So what's this made out of?
It's wool.
It's like wool?
Yeah.
Sheep wool? It feels like a very thick natural protectant.
Yeah, it is.
So what is the significance of these yurts, and why am I on my way to staying in one? Well, yurts are one of the most essential parts of Kyrgyz culture. Traditionally, the Kyrgyz people were nomads. Everything from their housing to their clothing was designed to adapt to changing weather and locations. Yurts are easy to take apart and transport, and can be made warmer for winter and cooler for summer, which suited the nomadic hunter and gatherers of ancient times. But on this stop, I was here to learn about another cultural centerpiece for the Kyrgyz people, the importance of felt and Shradek rugs.
More than 200 people working here in this place, in this craftsman shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so 200 women are involved into the process of production.
Passed down from one generation to the other, this craft was an essential skill for nomadic women. For centuries, felt has been used in Kyrgyzstan to make yurts, clothing, and many other household and everyday objects.
Tourists can come here and make it by themselves using all these techniques. And you can dance.
Oh, you can dance!
And you should dance from 45 to 1 hour.
1 hour!
Yeah.
Wow! She's a good dancer. Oh, it's flat.
They found this grass in the field.
Yeah.
They collect them, and after it, they stick them together, and it's called chi. And it's used in production and also in yurt production.
So they use this grass to make the structure of the yurt?
Yes.
Ah, okay. It kind of looks like a big rug.
Yeah.
Ah, so this is the structure, and then that's the bit that they make there. All the little bits of grass really close together. Ah, and then the wool on top, kind of. Next, I was shown how they make the sherdaks, and these handmade and hand-stitched rugs are found in almost every Kyrgyz household. Often passed down from one generation to another, these carpets can last up to 100 years. So what takes this one to be 6 months of work? Is it how big it is, or is it the pattern, or why does it take so long?
Yes, 6 months to whole big final result.
Oh, yeah.
When it's hand stitched, it really is a labor of love.
Oh, that's it, finished.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the finished result.
Almost every Kyrgyz house will be something like this. Or we call it like a housewarming gift.
Yes.
They would traditionally give that, like something like this craft, to someone who's moving into a new house, or as a gift of marriage as well, if someone was to get married. So, yeah, traditional. Why is she translating for her? Are she speaking different, or are they all speaking Russian?
She's speaking Kyrgyz, she's speaking Russian.
You speak Russian?
I don't speak
Okay.
perfect Kyrgyz. That's why.
So she speaks Kyrgyz to Russian to English.
Maybe I just.
We have like
missed
four.
off from Kyrgyz language.
We have like 4 language translations going on. That's funny.
We were then brought into their store, showcasing many of their homemade products, such as these yurt decorations, bags,
Do they make all these by hand as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
slippers, and some souvenirs. And that's when I felt like this young girl really started to open up to us.
I love school. I love music.
I love your school. Oh, that is a magnet.
Oh, she's giving a present to you.
Oh, no. Okay. That's okay. Thank you, sir. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. All right. She's going to give it to me as a gift.
And even when I insisted on paying, she wouldn't let me.
Возьми.
Aw. No, I want you to pay. Aw.
It's a present.
Thank you.
I also had a photo up with this traditional nomad's hunter's coat.
Oh my gosh, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Самое большое.
Oh, what's it? Oh my goodness. Wow. There's a head right next to my head. Oh, it's very heavy.
Yes.
Do they go out and hunt with this on? Or to keep warm?
To keep warm.
Wow, there's a I'm not used to that. How do they do this? Do they catch them? That was funny. You're funny. Wow, that is so weird.
Лиса Фокс.
Fox.
А это, короче, паук.
These are the little moments that make every trip special. It's the people.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. You too. Bye. Thank you.
Спасибо.
This girl's the best. I love her. I was like, you have pretty eyes. And she's like, I know. I love girls with that confidence. She's coming. Have we adopted her? She's coming with us? All right, she's coming with us. She's always lived here, right? She grew up here?
Yeah, she's from here. The old lady that we talked right now.
Yeah.
She is the sister of her grandmother.
Sister of her grandma, okay. Oh, I forgot we were having lunch.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I think I missed it. I wasn't filming. I was trying to get out of the car and come in, but I talked to the kids who were in the door, and he was saying that he speaks French and he has a sister in France, and he like did the whole mwah, mwah, kiss you on the cheek like a Frenchman, and he's like, so young, look. The space of, I don't know, this day, I've spoken to French people who speak Russian, Kyrgyz, I don't know what else, English. It's a day full of languages.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Avec le ping.
I don't know what he said, that's all I know. Now I'm trying to learn French.
Comment vas-tu?
Comment vas-tu? Comment vas-tu?
Très bien.
I don't know what he said back to me. I'm trying to speak French. These are why experiences like this are worth you doing on your own. I can only film so much and I can't film literally everything and I miss such good moments, but honestly, like, they happen for me. Do you know what I mean? It sucks though, because sometimes I get into this habit where I'm like, oh, I didn't get that for the video, and it's just not helpful for anyone, is it, to think like that? I had a really good experience coming in and being welcomed, and I have nowhere to put my camera. I can smell the food being prepared and man, it smells so good. There's a language barrier now and I know about 2 words of Russian and she knows probably about 5 of English, which is more than me, so I'm very impressed. We got served lentil soup and cucumber salad and all sorts of local treats on the table for us to enjoy. So this is a capsicum.
It's meat mixed with rice.
Oh, with rice?
Donut type,
Okay.
but it's not sweet.
It's not sweet.
Yeah, but very cool.
Oh yeah, it's not sweet. It's just like dough. It looks kind of like a raisin. Oh, it's like a date or something, like a raisin. Sultana. It's like a sultana. YouTube. YouTube, that. Yes. They're watching my video in China, that's so cute. I hate hearing my own voice, hey. Australia, da.
Австралии много пауков, говоришь, да?
It's a lot of spiders in Australia.
Yeah, da. The best thing about travel are moments like these, learning and experiencing the culture while having a genuine connection with the people within it.
Good photo.
Good photo. She's so cute. But night is about to fall and we have to reach the remote yurt camp while there's still enough light to find it. So we said our final goodbyes. How far are we now, boss?
2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today has been full of adventure, and as we round these mountainous roads, passing just a few more cows, I can't help but think about what's to come. I am a little bit nervous about doing any of our short hikes tomorrow, just because of my back and how I hurt it a few years ago. So I've never done anything quite like hiking until tomorrow. So I'm a bit nervous about that, but I'm very excited to see how I go alone tonight after being with someone and traveling with someone for 2.5 years. But I'm excited to see the yurt as well and stay in it and feel a little bit of like the old traditional Kyrgyz life. Speaking of tradition, Max always gets a beer from this local shop to drink on the final stretch and invited me to join. Feel Nomad Yurt Camp, off we go. Oh, look at that. How can you? Wow, I'm so lucky to be here. I was telling Max earlier, 2 of the places this year that have really just exceeded my expectations for travel is Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. And I really enjoyed my time here. So I do highly recommend it. I also don't want to overrun with tourists because it has a cool vibe right now. And I feel like I'm lucky to be here. Drinking my beer in these mountains. Very nice. I can't wait for tonight in the yurt. With my beer in hand, I'm grateful for the wonderful company of Max, navigating these remote back roads. We're moments away from camp. We're here. This is so cool. I can already see the yurts and they are quite a fair bit, hey, away from each other. But we are in the middle of Kyrgyzstan. This is insane. We're in a yurt camp. This is awesome. Josie.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you.
This is our partner I told you about.
Lovely to meet you. So once again, I am completely alone. I'm about to go in to have dinner with people I don't even know. What a great day.
Oh,
Thank you. Whoa.
Cheers. Welcome.
Thank you.
Reach the place.
Good day.
The name of this dish is plov.
Okay, that's plov.
It's the same in Uzbekistan, it's the same in Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, it's very typical and very famous for all Central Asia. I'll be soon famous future, right? I can start my own vlog.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I
Tell
think
Max he needs a YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
The nerves of being a solo traveller seemed to wear off.
That's my favourite food all day.
It's the warmth and kindness of the people here, their hospitality and their exceptional food.
So he wants us to clean all the dishes.
The dishes. I've had 4 plates of plov, but I'm gonna have another one. We're now heading to my yurt, and it's my first look inside a yurt. I'm so excited. Well, besides the one today, but let's have a look. Oh, whoa, this is cool.
As daylight falls over this remote yurt camp with stunning views of the mountains and the water, it truly felt surreal to finally be here. And I couldn't help to notice that I felt different than I thought I would.
While I'm sitting here alone in this yurt for 4 people, and I'm not with Michael, and I'm alone for the first time in 2.5 years of travel, I don't feel alone. And while I feel like I honestly thought I'd be by myself, like completely by myself, you can see that there's other tourists here, and you can see that there's other people doing this exact thing. And you know what? I'm grateful to be in a yurt in Kyrgyzstan and surrounded by other people who obviously like things that I do, right? You're not gonna come to Kyrgyzstan and stay in a yurt in the middle of nowhere if you're not into this off the beaten track style of travel. So these people must be my people. So I'm grateful to be able to share a campsite with them for tonight, and I'm not mad that they're here. Wow, guys, this view outside is just incredible. I still haven't gotten through the night, but I am still nervous for tomorrow having to hike up a hill. He showed me it on the way in, and honestly, it looks really big. Honestly, I'm just a little bit worried that I'm not going to be able to climb it, and I've never done anything since breaking my back like this, like hiking or climbing or anything. So I'm a bit nervous for tomorrow. I'm in a yurt alone in the middle of nowhere in Kyrgyzstan. And I definitely feel alone now, but it's really not such a bad feeling. Maybe I needed this. Honestly, maybe I needed to just be alone with no devices for one night of my entire life. I think that's all I have to say. Good night. Okay, good morning. Alright, it's time for breakfast. I'll tell you how I slept in a little bit. Hi Roxar, how are you? Good. Do you sleep good? Good. Teeth clean, toilet done. I think it's almost time for an eagle show, but let me just tell you how I slept. So I'm starting to realize just a couple of like maybe cultural differences. I noticed that everyone has their shoes outside of the tent, and in Australia you can't leave your shoes outside the tent because otherwise spiders and, you know, poisonous things will get in them. So I left mine on the inside of the yurt. I was sitting at breakfast and everyone was just speaking a different language in different parts of the yurt, and it was just cool. It was cool. Okay, but I slept really well. The yurt kept in the warmth, but during the day, like right now, it's not hot. It's really hard to explain, but the bed, the topper is so squishy and comfy. I felt like, and this blanket is also really comfy. I felt like I was like being like hugged by like something warm and comforting. It was just a really good night's sleep. And I also went to sleep really early because I had no internet. So I slept from about 11 p.m. Until maybe 8 this morning when they came around for breakfast. So yeah, I had a really good sleep. Honestly, I'm just a little bit scared. He told me we're going for 2 hikes today before we go back to Bishkek, and I'm really nervous. I don't want to cry, but I'm like really nervous. It's like, it's not hard to be vulnerable with you, but like, well, I'm going to be honest. I get comments about my weight a lot on YouTube, and I wasn't going to bring this up in this video, but I can't exercise as well as I used to because I broke my back, and walking hurts. Sitting down hurts.
So not only do I have bulging discs in L1, 2, 3, up to 5 and S1, I also have a fractured spine.
You know, things that you might find easy aren't easy for me anymore after breaking my back and having to relearn to walk. So just a friendly reminder that you never know what anyone else is going through, so to keep your opinions to yourself if they're not nice. That's just all I'll say on that. But I am really, really nervous for today and climbing. Let's pack my bag.
This is the yurt that the sweet girl gave to me yesterday.
It's a present.
Thank you. What do you think?
Before setting out on our hikes, we had one more surprise for us on this beautiful morning. Traditionally, Kyrgyz people hunted with eagles, and we were lucky enough to meet one. This man's grandfather was one of those hunters, and today he proudly keeps the family tradition preserved. While the villagers of Kyrgyzstan no longer rely on eagles to provide necessities, the deep relationship between man and bird now acts as a connection to their ancestors. Alongside eagles, the Kyrgyz employed a working dog breed called the Taigan. This little guy is one of only 300 left of his breed in the world. And I even got to hold the eagle. This was absolutely a wild experience. Now let me show you around.
The room tour is not going to take very long. There's really not a lot to the yurt. There's obviously a massive yurt. Now, the cool thing that he was telling me, that Max was telling me, is that they really wanted this to be authentic, right? Like, no like fancy things, no TVs, no, glamping basically. He loves that this is an authentic experience while still being comfortable, and I totally agree. And you've literally got 4 beds. We've got 1 table, a rubbish bin, 2 PowerPoints down near the door, so not even near your beds, which doesn't matter because there's no cell phone service here. And that's literally it.
Sadly, my time in the yurt had to come to an end.
Bye, yurt.
Thank you.
Paka.
After saying goodbye to my yurt, it's time to tackle this hike head on. But first,
Nitro. Oh, is it, what do you say?
We call it nitro.
Nitro.
Yeah.
Nitro stop. Nitro stop. Yeah. Nitro stop. We've got mango strawberry, and this time I have it in a can. That is so good. How is that so good?
with the nitro or nitro flowing through our veins, Max took me for a warm-up walk.
This isn't at all what I expected from Kyrgyzstan. And tell me in the comments, like, when Kyrgyzstan came to your mind, or when you saw this video was in Kyrgyzstan, what did you first think? What did you expect? Leave a comment down below, because for me, Kyrgyzstan has just been nothing like I expected. Like, did you expect it to look like this? Maybe half of you haven't even heard of Kyrgyzstan before, and hopefully I've shown you a little bit more of this country that maybe you haven't heard of, but it's absolutely beautiful. A highlight of my year already.
I'm fine. I'm a hiker now.
I'm a hiker now. Back there I was like, I'm a hiker now, and as soon as I said that, I slipped, and it was the easiest part that I just did. I just want to remind you quickly, just to make sure that if you are coming to Kyrgyzstan, to check out Feel Nomad. So like I said, it's linked in the description, but if you want to do something like this, you can. And Max was awesome, and it's been a really good experience, and it really made my time in Kyrgyzstan. So make sure you check them out if you're coming, because it's been a great day, and I'm so glad I got to do this while I was here. This experience has been awesome. One of my favorites, like up there by far.
And now there's only one thing left to do, to overcome something that has been holding me back for a long time. And as we near the trailhead, I can't help to notice the pit in my stomach and wonder if this is even possible.
Hopefully, I can do it. Hopefully, we'll go slow if we need to. It's kind of hard already, to be honest with you. Okay, we still got all this to go. All right, we'll see. It's getting a little hard, but it's all right. I mainly just feel a little tightness in my back more than anything, but we'll take it slow and we'll get there. And then you take into the fact that we're at altitude as well, which I forgot about completely.
Huh?
Is that the top?
Uh-uh.
No?
No way.
Are you serious?
It's just.
Oh, I thought that was the end.
No. It will continue.
Oh no.
Step by step, and even through some pain, we trudged forward as I was determined to summit.
Oh wow. Wow. You cannot see that from down there. That's amazing. My back is okay. Okay. Not great, but okay.
We were steps away from the peak, and I couldn't believe it.
I made it. I made it. And this is absolutely amazing. Hills on hills on hills. There's snow-capped mountains in the background, and it just looks literally unreal. This can't be real.
This milestone felt big to me, as my road to recovery has been a long one.
And I did it! 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 That's cool. What an amazing place to do it in.
Good job.
We made it. I've survived.
With the hardest climb since my injury in the history books, I was on my way to Bishkek to catch a flight. We worked up a hunger that Max said could only be fixed by a specific Kyrgyz chicken roll. And while stopping for coffee, I heard a familiar voice in the gas station.
Welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
A man from where I just came from in Kazakhstan. And Max decided to show me a unique aspect of life in Central Asia.
What's your name?
I'm Coco.
Coco?
And Nui.
Nui.
Yeah.
Josie.
Okay.
Good luck.
Take this one. No, sure. Take.
Oh, bye. You are so kind, Max. So kind.
And in this moment, it made me realize this is why I travel. A country that is so stunning with such a unique and vibrant culture. It's surprising that this part of the world doesn't get the credit it deserves. And no matter where I go in this world, it's always the friends I make, the people I meet, and the things we learn about each other that I always remember.
So nice to meet you.
If you're scared to travel to remote places or even alone, maybe it's exactly what you needed.